What's up? What's happening?
And welcome back to your all-time favorite review podcast, DMT Reviews, with me, Sam Butler, and Green Meanie over there, Jack Anderson.
How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah?
You know, I mean, we did watch.
Why do you think I'm mean, fuckface?
I mean,
Why do you think I'm a greenie meanie, you piece of shit?
because you are. Let me look at your behavior right now.
Right.
Hell yes.
That's bad.
That's what you
That was
get
a
for being a
bad
green
one.
meanie.
Oh my gosh. I love your dog, but sometimes I want to kick him. He's just right there. His asshole's right there. And it's like, you know, one swift swipe, well, a leap, if you will, like Batroc in Falcon Winter Soldier.
Jack, that was a leap.
And he may learn his lesson. You know what I mean? At least turn the cannon towards you.
No.
I'll pet his face. I'll kick his ass.
No.
Yeah.
Buddy, it's going to keep farting at you.
It's terrible.
You know?
It's terrible.
No, it's not.
Why
It's pretty delightful,
what,
Jack.
what are you talking about, dude?
Because you finally have something that I could just be like, haha, he's upset.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I have to smell stinky trash coming out of your dog's butt.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I can't be the only one. I have to share the wealth.
That is fair.
Share the load.
Every time that happens, I have to be like, I mean, Sam does live with him, so.
Yeah. I sleep with him, Jack. Like, I thought, so I noticed like a couple times before that like sometimes I've woken up and I have this cut on my
Oh,
scalp.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's no joke.
And
That's like Andre in the league when they made him into a penis.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. No,
I wanna-
it's like Hair Star in Preacher because he's always oh man, what was his deal? He's bald. Oh yeah, that's what happens. Tulip shoots him and it grazes right down the middle of his scalp. And so he's like trying to wear hats to cover it up the whole time and figure it out. But no matter what he does, it doesn't work. The hats always look horrible on him. And then if he takes it off, his head looks like a dick.
Oh, of course.
And then Preacher commanded him to just say, you know, he's just like, no more hats. You can't wear hats anymore. So he had to switch to wigs. But yeah, no. So I thought that was like I got these cuts like you know, from like sleeping aggressively when I've been drunk. Well, I haven't drank all week. And so what I think the conclusion is that it's happened. I never woke up fully enough. But Winston, being so crowdy like he is, he'll like keep pushing me until I'll like roll over and scrape my head on the wall.
Ah, gotcha.
You know, because we got this fucking like popcorn drywall bullshit that's got spikes on it in certain areas.
It's for safety, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally for safety. But they didn't keep scalps in mind
Nah. Why would you?
because that's ableist.
That is true.
It's very ableist to be like, I didn't consider the people who are follically challenged.
Yeah, but, you know. I never think of scalps, you know?
Well, I'm going to cut yours off, and then you'll never stop thinking about scalps.
I stand by the popcorn drywall company. I stand with them.
I don't.
I like them scratching your
I
head.
want them canceled.
Come on.
No.
Sometimes you got an itchy noggin. You need it. That you'll never itch again.
Hey, Jack, you look itchy. Get over here.
Yeah.
Get over here. You look itchy.
Can't beat me with my own move, bro. So Falcon Winter Soldier, episode 6.
Yes.
What'd you think of it, bro?
I fucking loved it. It was absolute. I mean, I thought last week's episode was my favorite. This one topped it. And also, it's the only even episode that we could potentially. I mean, like right now, we are tentative at best.
We've ditched the laptop. That's how serious we're taking this thing.
We ditched the laptop. We put it all on memory card. This episode is going out one way or another. And it's not going to start with me freaking out.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing listening to last week's episode with that video of me flipping out because I just get so whiny in it. You're just like, so it's something with the memory card? And I'm like, no, it's the USB and it doesn't tell me anything. And what makes it better was I was so genuine about that. It was authentic whine.
Oh, I felt you there, man. I've been there. I've done it.
And I think my favorite part about the footage is you.
I haven't watched the footage.
You gotta watch it. It's the beginning of last week's episode of DMT Reviews, but you're just sitting there just like... just letting this play out.
Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to push things. Sometimes you just got to let it stay
The
still.
only time that you like really reacted was when I took my hat off and threw it at the light. Yeah. You were just like... you know? Didn't say anything, didn't make a sound or anything. He just leaned back like oh,
wow.
Whoa, Nelly.
That's where we're at. All
Whoa,
right.
Nelly.
Sure. I've been there. So gonna let you do the thing. You know? Yeah. But
So here we are, back.
yeah.
With Falcon and Winter Soldier, episode 6. This is going. This is recording on both things. And as far as I can tell, I can still have plenty of memory card space on that, and like 120 something hours on this. So we're good.
It's a learning process.
Yeah.
By episode 100, we will be better.
Yes. That's when the show starts.
That's right.
It's been 100. It's been 2 years and 100 episodes of fucking around.
Yeah.
Starting another podcast, and then it's gonna get good.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's why you've stuck around with us this whole time. You know, we appreciate you.
We don't know who
love
you are,
but we love you.
but we love you.
Absolutely. So let's dig into it, bro.
Let's dig into it, Jack. It just comes right out the gate. Fucking guns blazing.
100%,
Actually,
gotta
no,
go.
not guns blazing. Shields blazing.
Shields blazing, wings flying, you know, arms going beep beep bop bop. You know what I mean? Shit's happening.
And I was actually extremely happy that they just opened it up. Bam, let's go with the climax. Because, like I was telling you before, there's a page on Instagram that I've been following for quite some time. It's called Marvel Prime. So Marvel.prime.
Right.
And they have some pretty good stuff here and there. And then today at fucking 9:30 in the morning, I look on my phone, I get on Instagram, and immediately the first fucking thing that this asshole posted was the, top and bottom picture, and it has Isaiah saying, they will never let a black man be Captain America. And then it shows Sam in his new uniform, and literally all the comments were, fuck you, dude.
What a piece of shit.
Thanks for spoiling that. Spoilers. I mean, so ultimately it wasn't that much of a spoiler because he comes right out the gate wearing that new uni,
Right.
where he is Captain America.
He looks dope as fuck, dude.
He does.
He looks dope as
He,
fuck.
like you said, he looks like a rocket pop.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like the best flavor of popsicle.
Well, I was noticing something. Someone like brought it up while I was talking about it while I was streaming, where he's like basically, John Walker's cap suit, his
Uniform.
it is all red and blue, right?
Yeah.
There's no white on it, and white is, the symbol of like innocence and purity in this country and stuff like that, right? Sam's suit is mostly white, a good chunk of blue, and then a little bit of red. Like,
Yeah.
and like where it matters. Like, I know it's based on the comics. Like, I know they're not trying to be too symbolic with it, but I think it's really working.
Well, are you
know?
saying that the comic writers weren't symbolic with it? They were
No,
just
I
like,
don't think.
fuck it.
I don't think writers care about their jobs at all. I don't
No,
think
they
a
don't care
single
about
one of
minor
them.
details. They don't care about subliminal
Themes
messaging, motifs.
Yeah, I think they literally just slap things together, and we're the geniuses that put it together. you know?
Exactly. That's it. Audience members, it's our
believe
job.
that.
It's our job to just do homework for
Yes.
these people. I mean, think about Alien Covenant. You have to do so much homework for that movie to make like sense. And then even still at the end of the day, you're like, every decision every character made in this movie was the dumbest decision. Like, if you don't have stupid people running this crew of 2,000 frozen people to go colonize another planet, of the like 8 people that's left in charge, all of them are fucking stupid except for Danny McBride.
Yeah. What a bunch of fools.
Yep. And, James Franco, he's just in it for one shot.
Let me tell you. Yeah, right. I know. They like hyped it
One
up.
shot in a YouTube promo scene that they could have had in the fucking movie. And honestly established all the characters a lot better than how the movie did.
You gotta wonder how James Franco feels about that. You know what I mean? Is that what he was promised? Is that what he signed up for?
You don't know.
You don't know.
Because, I mean, you just think about it. I bet he was just like, I get to say I was in a Ridley Scott movie.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you could be in it in any other capacity.
You are a big enough actor that like Ridley Scott would be lucky to have.
Why
you
are
play
we
a lead.
why are we dealing with goddamn Billy Crudup?
Yeah. Right.
When you got James Franco.
Come on, Billy Crudup's in Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays Flash's dad.
Yeah, he keeps telling him to give up. Give up on me, son. It's fucking your life up.
You're a loser.
Stop loving your father.
You're a loser because you love me. Stop it.
Stop.
I didn't kill your mom, and I got to be in jail forever. Okay?
Exactly.
Let me do it.
Yeah, let me be alone. I don't want to have to come down here and get my butthole checked both going in and out of this booth, okay? And you do that to me. You make my butthole get checked.
See.
Barry.
These are the
Barry.
decisions that
This
Ridley
is why I named you Barry, because I knew you were not going to be anything. Body Island.
See, what I love about, like you said, this one dives right into the action, and like we were talking about, WandaVision did the same thing by the last episode. Like
Wait, it did?
I mean, there was a lot of flying and a lot of head squeezing by old Vision. You know what I mean? That's action to me.
Yeah.
Now,
But we thought we knew head squeezing then, and then Invincible came out.
yeah, then Invincible came out and was like, okay, I forgot. Marvel is on Disney for a reason.
And Amazon is really just leaning into like, we're going to be so violent.
Amazon's like, you can get to us. You know what I mean? You got to work your way up the ladder. You got to get to our quality of superhero
It's like the hot sauce scale. It's like, how spicy do you want your superhero movies?
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of, I watched that one Thunder Force with Megan McCarthy and Octavia Spencer. It's dumb.
Is it?
I mean, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't like brain splittingly bad.
Yeah, I've heard a couple people recommend it.
It was funny, but I mean, for real, it was just like, this is just dumb.
Sure.
It's a dumb movie.
Yeah. It's two famous people playing a generic part in a kind of unique but pretty generic type of movie.
Yeah, and I was kind of watching it, and I'm like, okay, well, how would you do a superhero movie like a comedy? Because, I mean, we would like to do something like that. The best I've come up with is like, let's do a Western with superheroes, which... That's not a bad idea. No. This one, it's like, let's just have these two old like friends like who had a big falling out, but like so Octavia Spencer's this nerd. She comes up with this formula, you know, and then Melissa McCarthy is her best friend, and they fucking you know break up, and then they just run into each other. Actually, no, that's what happened. They have this reunion thing, and she's like, well, I thought she was going to be here, but I guess not. So she just breaks into this lab, talks to Octavia Spencer, meets her daughter, and then just decides to sit on this chair and immediately gets injected right in the face. It was pretty like funny how that played out, just her getting that. But then, so she gets super strength, and then Octavia Spencer takes like these pills. It's not nearly as fucking hardcore as what she had to go through. It's pretty funny how they do it. And the worst part about it, Jack, is Jason Bateman plays a supervillain, and he has crab claws.
Yes. Okay, I'm in it.
Literally, he exits scenes by doing this and sliding out.
Jason Bateman does this?
Jason Bateman does this, Jack.
Okay.
F&A, Cotton.
I'm going to watch this movie.
Yeah, it was not bad for an hour and a half. If you just want to fuck off for an hour and a half, it's like an Adam Sandler movie. It's about on that level
they
of like...
need to put Jason Bateman on the poster with the crab claws, because I would have watched this immediately if I had known that.
Yeah,
okay?
but you might be turned away with what I'm going to tell you, is that they both like fall in love, him and Melissa McCarthy, and their bond is over eating raw chicken.
Jason Bateman and Melissa.
Because she has to eat raw chicken because of the formula that's in her. Because it's like something to do with the protein, and it's like if you cook it, it's some arbitrary excuse to just be like, let's be gross and have Melissa eat raw chicken in this movie, you know? And so there's that, and then they just have like the grossest like scene where they're just like feeding it to each other seductively, and it's just like, I mean,
you didn't like that?
I turned this movie on, so this is my fault.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you watch Your Mom's House all the time. You see tons of shit on there.
I've seen people eat shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, the thing that got you the most was Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy just sensually eating raw chicken.
It was rough, dude.
Lots of salmonella.
And it didn't even look like actual raw chicken. It looked like turkey jerky, honestly. It was weird. It was very weird. But yeah, go check out Thunder Force. Now back to the Falcon Winter Soldier review.
Was Jason Bateman like animated? I mean, obviously.
No, he was wearing like fucking rubber claws. Rubber claw pinchers, dude. And Bobby Cannavale is like the main bad guy, and he just literally rips off his claws. It's fun. Just go watch it.
Goodness gracious.
But yes, that was my favorite little touch, is that every time that shit starts popping off, Jason Bateman just leaves the room and just slides out, clicking with claws.
Ridiculous.
And how he got his powers, Jack? He got pinched on the beanbag by a radioactive crab.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not terrible.
And it's really funny, too, because they have a restaurant scene, and he gets really offended when they're offering him crab.
Is he in it a lot?
He's in it a sizable chunk.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
He's probably like,
because
fourth build.
You haven't watched all of Ozark yet, have you?
No.
I would highly recommend it. It gets better and better every season.
It got canceled.
It got canceled. No, it said there was a season 4 coming.
Really?
They can't end it the way they did.
I saw Netflix said they pulled the plug. We got to get down to the bottom of this. Because, like, how do you do that? That show is so goddamn good.
And it was only supposed to have one more season. Like, it can't be that hard to... Whatever. Okay.
1 second. Let me see. Let me verify that. I don't want to...
No, of course. I'll make my point about Falcon Winter Soldier while you discover this.
No, they are doing a...
Oh, thank God. I was like,
Yeah, 2-part fourth season.
okay. Ooh. that's
Each part
exciting.
will have 7 episodes, totaling 14 final episodes. They're Breaking Badding this situation, basically.
I mean, it's a very Breaking Bad-ish show. It's very good. It makes you, it made me really.
I hate his son with a passion.
His son.
He's so weird.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
he kills the guy, and you're just kind of like, that's cool.
His son has a good arc. The kids have a good arc. It's really Wendy and Marty who are just, you just can't get enough of them.
Yeah.
Wendy and Marty Bird.
Marty Bird.
Which is, I heard in a song by, who was it? Zim Zimma by Meek Mill. I don't know if maybe Meek Mill's featured, but I remember it's like, I'm in the Ozarks, I'm Marty Bird. And anyway.
Jack, keep rapping.
That's all I know.
Like, your career could take off from that.
Throws up.
Give me a break.
But what I was gonna say about these shows with these final episodes like ending like a Marvel movie like we're talking about. What is so cool about this format and them doing these like limited series? Because everybody's like, oh, well, why isn't there a WandaVision season 2? And it's like, because that's not what this is. You know what I mean? That's not the point of this. And when you write something with that beginning, middle, and end in mind, you're able to put together like. They say
and it lays groundwork that 3 movies can do.
Right.
And then they can go to the actual event movies. I mean,
yeah. Well,
WandaVision dovetails pretty well with what's going to be Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
And then this, literally right after we got done with it, it goes Captain America 4 plans in the works.
And like a whole bunch of other things that come to the side.
That made me so happy that they're doing that because I just love Sam and Bucky so much.
Yeah.
And I'll take as much as I can get.
I every second of it I'm in. And I'm thinking like, they always say that, movies are director's medium, writing or TV's a writer's medium, right? But what these do is they really get the best of both worlds because you get that full cinematic, climactic kind of storyline going. Like you said, I mean, this was a trilogy. What we just watched was basically a trilogy from start to finish. And you're allowed to do that because you can tell an authentic story over 6 hours, but it can be one linear story. So you can like really flesh that thing out. It doesn't have to fall into the kind of traps of a popcorn, 2-hour, 3-hour movie. This can breathe. It can exist. It can have multi-dimensional characters. Like I'll be hard pressed to think
Multiversal characters.
I'll be hard pressed to think of the Marvel villain issue that's existed. Not so much recently, but like in the past.
Oh, what that all the villains have the same power set as the fucking hero,
and they're just like not that interesting. They're literally just there to blow up the world, and the Avengers have to stop them. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, well, and like that's why you get Zemo and Thanos, and you're like, these are good fucking fleshed out characters, rather than Malekith, who's just evil.
Well, and like I
evil
love,
for the sake of evil.
Like think of how complex Agatha was. Think of how complex John Walker is. Think of how complex.
Is he complex, Jack?
I don't know. I mean, again, we'll get into it, but like then you've got okay, maybe complex as far as understanding him, no, but like what he adds to the story, oh yeah, fuck yeah, he's an incredibly complex, awesome character. Same with, I loved Carly Morgenthau. I thought she was great by the end of this. Like I understood.
Well,
her.
Jack, Carly Morgenthau doesn't love you.
Yeah, well, she doesn't know me yet. Okay, one people, one world. Okay,
yeah,
one people, one world.
Jack, get the fuck
out
of here.
One world, one people. I forgot the saying.
Yeah,
but
one world, one people.
Oops.
Where we go one, we go all.
It's just cool because, like, again, now, like Sam Wilson is completely redefined in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It works. Wanda Maximoff, same thing. Vision, Bucky. Now we are again allowed to know these characters, move forward with them, kind of like what, Steve, Thor, and Tony were able to become. But we've been able to do this in about 3 months because we've had, or 3-4 months, because we've had 3-4 months of just really great storytelling that, it was weekly. We didn't get it all at once, but now we have it. Now we have that understanding, and it's just exciting, because it's like this can always be an option.
Yes,
it's the thing. Like
It's all very exciting.
yeah, like and this doesn't have to just be Marvel projects anymore. Like other studios, HBO, Hulu, Amazon, they would be wise to do things like this and start to build these kinds of worlds because this is a whole new form of storytelling. We used to think it could only be, episodic television or cinematic film. It can be both. Yeah, it's amazing. It's beautiful, and I love it.
I couldn't agree more there, partner. And let's get into the episode. Let's get into it because, right at the gate, we got Cap, Bucky, and Sharon going in on this GRC summit that they were doing the vote for. That literally, that's exactly episode ended. This is where we're picked up. And so you just see that all these people are getting like funneled out. They're getting put in cars, and people are putting bombs on the cars. They're really, really trying hard to kill these people, but like with a spectacle. Because they could have just hired that guy to just mow all those fucking people down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Batroc could have just come in and just, he was already in the building.
He was, you know? But no, that was the thing. And Carly Morgenthau really took a turn for me as a character in this, because it's like literally what Zemo said. She's radicalized too much. That it just got frustrating.
Yeah.
Like even when she was talking to her posse, and they're just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah. But like
we were just gonna negotiate,
right?
She's like, "No, we got to kill him."
But you need that perspective, you know, because people. What I love about this show and what it's been really doing is that it's like, it's no longer just good and evil. You know what I mean? It can't be.
No, what this show really is to me, I think it is that labels don't matter.
Yeah, at all.
You're not defined by your label.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the symbolism, all that stuff. So, I mean, literally that final monologue that Sam has on the news to the senators and stuff, like that was really the summation of the whole thing. Because it's like,
I was like, America needs to hear this.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah. I was like, people need to watch this, and like. I just like, I couldn't feel bad. I was like, I need to stop going on my little rants and just tell people to go watch the end of Falcon Winter Soldier episode 6. You know what I mean? That's it. You know?
I mean, it was the most fucking poignant fucking little fucking thing that he did.
Hey, Anthony Mackie, I love that fucking.
I love that fucking thing that you fucking did with the
you're in the fucking
speech,
suit when you were in the fucking
uniform.
He was in that thing for pretty much the entire episode.
I feel like they owed it to us.
Oh,
it was so much better of a payoff than fucking Daredevil.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
He was in it for like 10 minutes in the final episode of season 1.
Yeah. Well, and it's like Falcon is in the Falcon suit for a lot of it too, which is super dope. So it's like it's not like he's in, all black spandex for 12 hours of the fucking journey. You know what I mean? He's in a cool suit, and then he gets a even cooler suit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time he's wearing street clothes.
Yeah, exactly. And he pulls it off,
Yeah, big
Sam
time.
Wilson. Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson. Lucky Barnes.
Yeah, so the Falcon comes flying into the building.
Yeah, right away. Shield, boom, wings. He looks dripped out.
Amazing. Yeah. Marvel costume.
The sauce is so hot.
Marvel costume designers. We respect you. We respect you so much.
Well done.
Yeah.
I mean, they even fucking did it with Wanda's costume with her looking a little Magneto-ish, so.
And like still like looking just super dope, super like her look, her style. They just know it. They've got it,
And that's why when they initially designed Vision, they're like, well, obviously we're not going to put a penis on him. But Joss Whedon's like, well, I got to have
to see
that
this.
Vision dog. He's going to get out. What if they made it just like massive too? He jumps out of the fucking the coffin, lands like he does it. It's just giant cock flopping around. He jumps at Thor and throws him. It's just
Thor grabs it and like swings it around.
Oh no! And then he just like walking around. He looks at Thor. He gets the cape, and then he just looks at Hawkeye, and then his dick shrinks.
See, Joss, you had so much potential.
Yeah,
you fool. You fool.
See, I'm a better director than Joss Whedon, Jack, as you know.
I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it before.
And I'm sure that you guys are better directors than Joss Whedon.
Apparently, yeah. He so long as you're a nice human being, you're better at anything than Joss Whedon. But let's see what happens. So he fights Batroc, and he needs backup. He can handle the guy, but it's distracting,
Well, yeah, and also Batroc has been up against 2 super soldiers.
Yeah,
been served it on an ice cold platter.
Yeah,
So for him to fight Sam, it's like super easy.
It's kind of like a relief.
It is. He's just like, thank God, none of these roided out freaks.
But then of course, this guy's not roided out, sure, but he's got so much vibranium on him.
So much vibranium.
He is literally like if the Tony Stark tech mixed with the Black Panther suit vibranium, and Captain America was responsible for all of that. You know what I mean? Like he is those 3 superheroes combined into one. It's
Jack,
amazing.
What the combination is? Peanut butter. chocolate together.
Yeah. With
Then you get a fucking Reese's cup.
that's right. With some marshmallows and graham crackers, because guess what? Sam Wilson's the best kind of s'more. Okay, a Reese's s'more. That's a fact, by the way. If you don't agree with me that Reese's s'mores are the best kinds of s'mores, then you're an idiot.
Oh, the best kind of s'mores.
Yeah.
Ah.
What do you think I was saying?
I thought you were talking about the s'mores specific Reese's cup. Where it's got like
the
s'mores
marshmallow?
filling, yeah. And I'm like, that's the best.
That's-
Jack, you've been eating Reese's. This is your hands down favorite treat. And you think the s'mores one is the best one.
I mean,
No. But if you're making a s'more and you put that Reese's in there instead of your Hershey's,
I love when people
It's
try and add marshmallow flavor to something and you taste it and you go, oh, that's just vanilla with a lot more sugar.
Yeah.
Like, that's all that is.
I'm sure that's what that Peeps Pepsi tasted like.
Ugh, gross.
Never found it.
No. But guess what? Guess who found the Flag Smashers plants? Sharon Carter.
Sharon.
She catches that big motherfucking guy putting on the locks on the security cars.
The dude who was just way too heavy set to be that any sort of secure.
Yeah.
And also, when she put it in his vest, he gets in the car, and you'll notice it. His vest lifts up from his shirt. He would have found it.
He would have been like, hey, what
And
is
also,
this?
it didn't look like it was a very thick vest.
No.
It just looked like, it's Kevlar looking, fucking throw it on him. He's an actor.
Exactly.
He's going to melt in a scene anyways.
Right.
Because that thing blows up, and it literally just melts the guy. I mean,
she put him in a self-contained gas chamber. That's
Yeah.
basically what she did. She
Yeah.
melted his face off. And this guy, again, like you said, he didn't kill anybody, you know? Sharon just decided he doesn't exist anymore. We got to get rid of the body.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
she's just like her obvious conclusion to that solution was, let's just fucking gas him.
Yeah.
I call this plan the Auschwitz.
the
I'm Sharon Carter.
I'm Sharon Carter. I do things my way. I stand firm like a tree.
I'm not a Holocaust denier. I'm a Holocaust supporter.
I mean, she has taken quite a turn.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yes, she has.
But and then meanwhile, we got Bucky in pursuit on a motorcycle. Is he going after Carly? Because Carly calls him, and Carly's like, yo, what you gonna do? Okay,
well,
you
she
can't
has
stop
like
us.
the same like copy and paste thing to say to him and Sam.
And
It's
Sam,
like,
yeah.
you buy this bullshit? What
Yeah.
are you doing?
What are you doing? Come on.
What are you doing? Why don't you
Yeah.
understand?
Why don't you join me? Come on.
Why
join
aren't
me.
you on my side?
And then what does Bucky say? He's like, hey, I've fought for stuff like you've been fighting for, or something bigger than myself, and I've fallen twice.
Yeah.
Oof.
And he fell off a train.
Yeah.
And when he fell in Wakanda,
Yeah. He fell and vanished.
just fell into dust. He was the first one on.
Poof.
Like they were just like, all right, who do we kill first? Yeah, fuck Bucky.
Bucky's
dude.
got to go, right?
Like they didn't let him have an emotional scene with Cap or anything like that.
I mean,
It
they
was
gave that just
Steve.
brief. Yep.
Poof.
Yep. And then, so Bucky goes after her motorcycle. Sharon's gassing, random people. Sam's leaping with the leaper. And
That's
they're-
all over the place.
this helicopter full of people from the GRC gets taken by a flag smasher and goes into the sky. And Sam's like, Bucky. And Bucky's like, dude, I don't fly.
That's
Okay,
your thing.
That's your thing. And I'm like, they got banter. They know who they are.
They're best friends
They're
now.
best friend. And also, Captain America can fly now. So that's pretty dope. So yeah,
He's
he
flying with the wings of eagles for America.
it is true. And they're pretty dope blue wings. I like them a lot. And so he,
Blue and white.
he whoops up on Batroc. He throws the shield, leaps out, flips out the wings.
Yeah, he flipped the script. He leapt away from the leaper.
He leapt away from the leaper, floated out with those wings, and caught the shield.
That shield shot looked really fucking
Mm-hmm.
cool because like you never saw it just like flying or just being suspended in air like that on a trajectory.
Yeah.
Like it's always been just that the quick ping ping.
Yes,
Ping,
exactly.
ping, ping,
And
ping.
it's just like floating and like falling. But I mean, it's super light too. So of course he could catch it. He catches it. He moves super well with it. Flies up to the helicopter. Chaos ensues. We get some John Wick style action here for a
I mean,
while.
like we were saying before, hiring Derek Kolstad to do this was just hands down the best move they could have done.
Hands down.
Like I said that, but it's like John Wick was like his resume, so that he'll only be hired. No, he'll only be getting work.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna peter out. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna make your fights fucking tits,
Yeah,
dude.
if I was a showrunner, I would hire that gentleman for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can be a producer, you can be a writer, you can do whatever you want to do, my friend.
Hey, Derek Kolstad, we'll hire you.
We got ideas.
Can you choreograph some DMT fights?
Yeah. I mean,
Can you choreograph Mikey Bikes versus the Vape Lord?
I was going to say, it's pretty basic
If we get
WWE
that,
stuff.
Mikey Bikes versus the Vape Lord, directed by Derek Kolstad.
Dude, we might get Pat McAfee on this show because now he's huge in the WWE world. Yeah, I guess he's announcing. He was the Rookie of the Year. Dude, we get them combined with our podcast. It's over.
It
It's
is
done.
over
Yeah.
because Pat McAfee is the best.
He really is, and he is just such a This one episode, had a caller come in, and this kid picks up the phone. He's like, "Oh, dude, I gotta leave class." He's like, "What are you doing in class right now? You've been on hold for 3 hours. You just been sitting there in class."
Well, because it's finally a sports talk show where they can talk like fucking sports jockey guys. You know, and I was watching one clip with Tanner about the new helmets that they're thinking about getting for the O-line, D-line. And AJ Hawk was on the video call, and he just pulls up this cigar, but it was like a skinnier cigar, and lights it. I'm like, is he just going to rip a blunt on the Pat McAfee show? He was like, oh, no, that's just a cigar.
He smokes them every single time. It's great. It's great. You know, like, again, who gives a fuck? Swear, smoke things, chill, talk. Just be nice to each other. Be nice and have points. Have points to make or be funny.
Points.
And everybody will get along. And that's exactly what Sam does. He gets in the helicopter. He smokes a dude. But now, of course, he kicks ass, dude.
He has a hard time coming from the guy who blew up 6 helicopters. No problem.
That is true.
But then again, they did have hostages.
Yeah.
If he was just going for the blow up, he would have been there pretty
And
easy.
He had to save those police from the helicopter and had that dope moment where the wings went over with the shield. And it was
He has
like,
his own phalanx maneuver.
he
Phalanx? Is it phalanx?
indestructible.
Phalanx?
I think
What is
it's
it?
Phalanx. I think.
Phalanx. Yeah.
I like phalanx more anyway.
It does. It
better.
sounds more like Sphinx.
exactly.
It's got that feel
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
got that old timey,
That ancient
Yeah.
feel to it.
Phalanx. And then he flies back up, goes after the guy. Now, okay, he calls that lady. He tells her put in the headphones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do we hear, Jack? Hello, friends.
Hello, friends. The Joe Rogan experience.
Joe Rogan podcast all day.
Day by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night.
That's it.
All day.
And she's like, why am I listening to the JRE right now? He's like, this is my episode.
This is my episode. Hello, Sam.
Hi, Joe. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool. You're the Falcon, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I am the Falcon.
You were blipped for like 5 years.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Big time.
What was that like? Did you even notice?
No, not really. I just kind of woke back up in Wakanda,
Yeah.
and then I saw this spinny thing, and I said, hey, that's Cap on the other side. I'm going to hit him with the on your left. It's a little inside joke between the two of us. Back in the day when we first met, actually, I was running laps around the reflecting pool around the Washington Monument, and this guy just comes blowing past me going, on your left, and he does it 12 times.
12 times.
Yeah.
Dude, I run pretty fast. I couldn't do that.
Oh, you wanna run hills with Captain America?
No, dude, I wonder. I don't think Steve Rogers could keep up with my buddy Cam Haines though. Cam Haines is ridiculous. You ever go elk hunting?
He's ridiculous. Have you ever tried DMT?
He steers it from a conversation about saving the planet to you ever go elk hunting?
Yeah, this
Huh?
shit he's interested
Dude,
in.
are you into MMA? You watch UFC?
Have you ever tried DMT?
I heard you suggested that Captain America do. Is he actually? I heard something. Maybe you could tell me. Is he on the moon?
No, Captain America is not on the moon.
Yeah.
I think people, the conspiracy theorists out there, kind of ran away with that one, but that's some tinfoil hat mumbo jumbo.
Sam, why am I listening to this right now? This is so dead. The lady's freaking out.
Some dude just gets smashed in the face with a shield next to her. He tackles the guy out of the cockpit, and the helicopter just crashes.
Yeah, she's like, what did you want me to do? He's like, I just wanted someone to hear it. Tell me if it's good or not. Tell me if I sounded cool at the beginning.
I'm really self-conscious about my appearance on the JRE. Sam Wilson.
I thought too while we were having that conversation, because like he says, put in the headphones, and then she does, and he goes, little birdie told me you know how to fly a helicopter. And then he immediately crashes into a bunch of pipes and falls into the ocean. Like, what if her little birdie told me you know how to fly a helicopter?
Little birdie told me you're single. What's up?
What's up?
What are you doing after this? You know, if you're alive. JK,
JK,
LOL.
LOL. By the way, count to 5. I'm going to hit the guy. You take over.
Did you yank the stick back?
Do that now, do that later, you know?
Get yourself warmed up for later.
Yeah. So once Sam's finished getting laid, he goes.
Once he's done crushing butt with this senator lady, Bucky and Sharon are just into like a real ordeal, and he's just like, "I'm clapping these cheeks, man." They can just hear him over the radio. Yeah, I'm Captain America. Suck this dick. This is America's dick. Bucky's just like, Sam, what are you doing?
Sam, they're here. They're destroying the country. It's like, bro.
Dude, it's all about clapping these cheeks.
Yeah, you wanna fuck my sister? Okay. I get to do my thing then. I get to do my thing.
And I get to crush butt.
Sharon's like, what are you guys talking about on that?
I'm not interested in you. Exclusively older Asian senators is what I'm into. Sam Wilson, Captain America.
I crushed that butt.
I crushed butt.
Captain America.
Old Asian senator butt.
What a twist. What a Feige revelation that would be. That's what he's been getting to this whole time.
It reminds me of this meme that came out around Area 51. It's when Captain America, Steve, is saying to Thunderbolt Ross, he's like, we're here, like, America just lost its, strongest defender. If you're going to be in our way, then we'll, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't remember the actual quote, but the thing that it says is like, we're here to clap some alien cheeks. And if you're going to stand in our way, we'll clap yours too. Like, what?
Human beings, dude.
The memes are outrageous.
Yeah. Again, the potential of creativity of all individuals is unbelievable. Now, How do they use that creativity? That's up to them. So yeah, we got Sam crushing butt, saving lives, flies with the wings. Now we go back.
Honestly, he shouldn't be Captain America. He should just be Butt Crusher. The BC. Like, way to go, Black Falcon. He's like, no, that's not Falcon. That's Butt Crusher. What?
That's BC. What? Who? The Butt Crusher.
What?
What's that mean?
He's crushing butts.
You check Pornhub? He already uploaded the video.
5 flag smashers absolutely get butt crushed.
And don't worry, he's wearing the
uniform.
Huge BBC butt crushes for flag smashers.
Unbelievable.
Give me a break.
We are outrageous. Outrageous.
Apologies, Anthony Mackie. We
no,
know.
You don't apologize to the butt crusher, Jack. Why do we do this? Because we love it.
Yeah.
We love it.
That's what else are we gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can go and watch the shit and review for yourself.
Review
you come to DMT Reviews.
Yeah.
To learn about the butt crusher.
Yeah, you go to YouTube where there are people that have read every issue of every comic and can connect everything with that. There are people that
butt crusher and his sidekick cheek clapper.
Cheek clap. Oh gracious! Yeah, Bucky just uses his arm to spank people.
It's like just on a rotating thing, like he's waving somebody home, and he's just smacking butts, just clapping cheeks. Butt crusher, cheek clapper.
Falcon Winter Soldier took a real BDSM turn halfway through.
It took a turn because they did have to change the title completely.
The midpoint escalation was they went to a dungeon and they didn't leave.
They went to a castle in Germany.
That's what Zemo is known for. He's a rich European. He's doing some fucked up stuff. You know what I mean?
He's Baron BDSM.
That's what the mask is. That's a gimp mask.
Yeah, it is. It is 100% a gimp mask, but without a zipper even. He's real freaky.
He just wants you to look him in the eye. That's all he wants.
And then shit on his chest.
Can't wait for Butt Crusher 2.
Butt Crusher 2. Rise of Bear BDSM.
See, that's how you make a comedic superhero movie right there.
The butt crusher.
The butt crusher.
Let's write it, Jack. Start throwing up cards on the board. Let's start spitballing here. Butt crusher. Who's his main villain?
Let's see. Who would the butt crusher's villain be? You know, you gotta. You need someone close enough to
The incel.
Oh my god.
Because you know what incels aren't doing? Crushing butt. They don't crush butt.
The sidekick is the crabs, and that's Jason Bateman with the crab claws, just playing the crabs. sorry, butt crusher. I can't really tonight. I got a thing going on down there. It's you. I don't want. You
You don't want to meet my friend Cheek Clapper.
No. Listen, the crabs is in my apartment right now, okay, and he's holding me hostage, so we can't. There's no butt crushing that can be done, okay.
Oh yeah, well, you better crush his butt.
No, I can't. He irritates me. He gives me rashes if I crush butts. Okay, can't do it.
Wait, so you're allergic to shellfish?
I'm not allergic.
You overcome it and you crush that shellfish butt.
I need this movie.
Yeah, I just want to say butt crusher at least 100,000 more times in this episode.
Hey, I'll throw you a lot of alley oops. I got you. Don't worry.
The butt crusher. Hey Jack, what would the
Uniform.
for the butt crusher be?
Oh, geez. Well, it's gonna be very tight. Very.
See, I was thinking. So it's like on his chest. It's got a butt, but instead of just a regular butt crack, it's a crack. Like a zigzag crack, like in the earth. He's butt crushing.
Sure. He's like an earthquake. Yeah, he's bringing the thunder.
More like a girthquake, Jack, because he's crushing butt.
This is what America has actually become.
This is going off the rails, and I love it. America. He's standing next to Steve, right as Ant-Man says, "As far as I'm concerned, that's America's ass," and he's just try not to crush Steve's butt.
Just don't crush Steve's butt. Okay.
Don't crush his butt, man.
It's America's
He's
ass,
just
man.
constantly telling himself that.
Don't crush that butt.
If you crush that butt, nobody will forgive you. It's America's ass.
And then they get in a fight after sleeping together because she didn't like his episode of Joe Rogan Experience.
She's like, I felt like you had some pretty questionable ideas. And
I don't like that Joe Rogan guy. Kind of a meathead. Yeah.
I'm actually a vegetarian, so
I'm a
hunting
vegan.
elk. That
Very
entire
offensive.
hour and a half of your conversation with him did not like
Where
it.
you openly admitted that you have never hunted elk before, and he still forced you into an hour-long conversation about hunting elk.
So you're an Avenger, right? So do Avengers have drug tests? What's the marijuana
What's the
policy?
marijuana policy? Come on.
With the Avengers. Come on.
Thor smokes pot.
Come on.
Come on.
There's no way.
I didn't get blipped. I saw him in those 5 years.
He was
That dude
absolutely
ripped a bong.
He was worse than my best friend Bert.
That's what I want to see is in the 5 years, the Joe Rogan Experience with Fat Thor. Because, Thor wasn't
Yes.
up to anything.
Absolutely.
And he was
I want
on
them to
Earth.
incorporate him in it in the same way that Wolf Blitzer and the Mad Money guy
dude.
and Nancy Grace and all that stuff
Can
were
you
incorporated.
imagine if there's like
and they just have Joe Rogan sitting across from I don't know, Professor Hulk, Jack, having a very intellectual conversation. And Joe is nailing
No,
it.
Joe's all about it. He's like so just in the moment, in the conversation.
So explain quantum mechanics to me
Quantum
again.
mechanics.
So I have this good friend of mine, Bob Lazar. He's telling me about aliens, all right? But they're different aliens than the one you guys fought in New York, the ones you guys fought in Wakanda.
Bruce, this is very concerning. That the gamma radiation is poisoning everybody? I mean, constantly, yes. But that's why I'm
It's
here.
in low enough doses that nobody's going to end up like me.
Hulk out.
Hulk out.
He's like, you really like saying that, don't you?
That's my thing. That's my thing. I mean, once I combine the brain and the brawn.
I need them, like Team Thor for Civil War, that promo. They need to do just a Joe Rogan Experience with Fat Thor to promote Love and Thunder.
Yes.
That
Please.
in the interim between Infinity War and Endgame.
So what happened with your hammer?
So what happened with the hammer, huh?
You had a hammer a few years ago. Now you got this axe.
I got
What
the big
happened?
one. Yeah. What's going on there? I was hanging out with a rabbit in a tree, and
Wait, a rabbit in a tree?
rabbit in a tree. Yes. No, actually, a rabbit in a tree. Yes, and we went to Nivodalia. Yeah, have you ever been to Nivodalia?
No, never even heard of it.
It's a large forge with a dying star at the center, and it was broken when I was there, and I was still upset about Loki's death. Loki died, by the way. Thanos killed him.
Yeah, but also Loki was kind of a terrorist.
Hey,
Is
that was my
terrible?
brother. Okay, it was my brother.
Yeah,
We
but
were on good terms when he passed.
I mean-
I don't hate him anymore.
let me pitch it to you this way. Let me frame it to you this way, Thor. Osama bin Laden is your brother. That's basically who you're sticking up for right now.
That is an overreach. Okay?
Loki
As
killed
Guardians,
80 people in 2 days and then brought aliens down, and they killed multitudes more. And you're just going to give him the cop-out?
I feel like I'm oversaying this. I've said it for 8 years now. He's adopted. Okay. It's
Even
keep that in
so,
mind.
you're still sticking up for him. Are you a Loki apologist?
Okay, Loki sacrificed his life, okay, to try and prevent Thanos from getting the space stone.
But you
we
told
don't
me
say
that
his
was
name, okay?
you told me that was on Asgard though, and if he had just left it on Asgard, it would have been destroyed, right?
Well, yes, but he's a mischievous boy, okay? Young Jamie here has some mischievous tendencies, okay?
Yeah, but those
have
don't
you not
include
seen what he Googles?
Thor. That doesn't include murdering people. Young Jamie's into Black Twitter, but he's not into murdering people and subjugating an entire planet.
What if I were to tell you that young Jamie is Loki?
Well, then that's the ultimate prank because he's been doing it for 10 years.
Just turns into Tom Hiddleston. You fuck! You blew it! Whoa! This was supposed to be the big secret. You ruined it, you oaf! Can you imagine if young Jamie was Loki this whole time?
That would be wild.
I think Loki exists. I think he's Chris Harrison on The Bachelor. I think it's true. I really do.
No, I think Loki exists and he's Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
He loves to troll.
Sure.
So his child's name is a troll.
Yeah, Elon.
And his baby mama got like alien hieroglyphics on her back.
Yeah, he's got a lot of weird stuff going on, man. Elon Musk. He was in this episode. Not what he was.
No, but he was in Iron Man 2 when I watched yesterday.
He is in the MCU. Elon Musk
Musk is canon. Marvel canon.
Yeah.
And Elon Tusk is Rick and Morty canon. Rick, Morty. It's so weird to hear him do his own voice.
I know, right? Oh, he's an android for sure. But
no, he's not. He's the android that built Mark Zuckerberg.
Ridley Scott created Elon Musk. Can you imagine?
He created Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, and he fucks them regularly because he wants to crush Android butt.
I was going to say the actual butt crusher is
the Robo Butt Crusher, Mecha Butt Crusher. There we go. That's Ridley Scott just comes up and he's
that's
just
the
like,
twist. Oh my God!
Yep,
Ridley Scott
versus Sam Wilson.
Ridley Scott has been.
He's been the butt crusher,
He's been
Jack.
the butt crusher this whole time. This whole time.
Crushing Robo Butt.
Duh.
That's the spirit.
Here I am.
There it is.
That is.
Oh, no. And there you have it.
And there you
That's
have
what
it.
he says.
I'm
There you
the-
have it.
Wait, you're the butt crusher? There you have it.
There you have it.
But yeah, so what happened? So Sam flies away. Bucky is facing Carly, and there's it's trouble. It's trouble. These trucks full of people are in danger because I think Carly says something.
I like that full stop and swallow.
I could not.
In danger.
I was like, I can push through. No, I can't.
No, you could have Stephen A. Smithed it. There's trucks full of people that are definitely in danger.
Just push right through.
They're definitely in danger. Max Kellerman, you don't understand how much danger these people were.
What does Carly Morgenthau say? She's like, give him something to save, So they set one of the trucks on fire, and of course Bucky has turned a corner. He goes and saves them. He doesn't try and fight him, and so they're free to really take out the people that they want to take out. But then, the man, the myth, the legend,
Diet Captain America, John Walker,
with his metal shield,
steel shield.
Oh God,
it's gonna dent. It's gonna fucking all the bad qualities in a shield.
Yep, and
he made that,
and he is mad, and he is just, and then Carly's like, "I'm sorry,
I didn't mean to kill your friend."
Yeah, he didn't matter. Okay,
he's just like, What?
Yeah, that crossed a line.
That is not an apology, bitch.
Yeah, how could you say Lamar's life didn't matter? She's like, no, but like not to my cause, like I killed him on accident. I didn't mean to. And John gets mad, throws the shield. Yeah, that thing was useless.
Yeah, she kicks it right away.
Yep.
And he just looks at it. He's like,
fuck, that didn't work. God damn it, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
like, did that thing even ricochet off anything?
I think it just bounced. I think it just bong, 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 and it was done.
The whole thing is fucked.
Yeah, so then all the super soldiers go and start kicking his ass big time. Bucky.
Yeah, they start kicking him like, he was, a nerd in the schoolyard.
Yeah, I mean, they
bullied John
whooping
Walker.
up on him.
They bullied him worse than America has for the past 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Yep. And then Bucky goes to save him and gets whacked and falls again.
Have you heard that Wyatt Russell has gotten death threats for being John Walker? People are fucking assholes.
Like, okay, listen,
it's about as insane as the McDonald's and Rick and Morty.
Yeah, this is too much. This means
toxic fandom.
It's real.
Isn't fucking cool, guys.
It doesn't do anything but like harm the thing that you love. So why do people send him death threats? That's ridiculous.
What are they hoping to achieve?
Yeah, exactly. Like
they scare him enough that he's gonna be like, hey Chris, can you come and be Captain America again?
And guess what? It's just I mean, these people are fans and you love that and you respect it, but like your lack of nuance and storytelling is not even necessarily worth talking about.
Do you just want to have a fucking dry hand job and just have the same fucking Captain America movie over and over again? Or do you want to go and grow and change?
Mm-hmm.
Thor Ragnarok.
It's about growth, change. So yeah, we got Bucky coming.
It's about growth and change and crushing butt.
That's right, the butt crusher.
Butt crusher.
That's why we
summer
really
2022.
So yeah, Bucky gets knocked down. He falls, but he lands. It's cool. But then long hair Flag Smasher jumps down with the steel pipe, and they're going at it.
But it wasn't really a steel pipe as much as
Or
a
not
fucking
pipe.
beam.
Yeah, a beam. Yeah.
A full steel beam.
Yeah.
That Bucky blocks pretty easily.
Pretty easily. And then John Walker gets up. He starts
chasing.
He figures out how to use the shield, which is basically, like you said, Miles Garrett
yeah.
with the football helmet. Just take that thing by one end and just flail it around. Swing it as hard as you can and break someone with it. Yeah.
He wanted to absolutely eviscerate Carly Morgan.
That was fun. I liked watching them fight. I enjoy both these characters, like I said.
I'm really just all for the equal opportunity ass kicking.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, it makes you just realize, like, oh yeah, it really doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, women can take a punch too.
Yeah, let's put the most engaging character on screen rather than whatever.
Equal rights, dude.
Equal rights. 100%.
Equal rights. Equal fist in the face.
Women can take spears to the shoulders too. Okay, it can happen.
We can be impaled and die because Bucky does not see gender.
Nobody cares.
I mean, talk about being super progressive.
That's what Marvel's always done.
That's what Bucky and Cap have done.
Right, exactly.
They are saints from the 40s.
Since the 1940s.
Anomalous people.
Changing the world.
Changing the world.
I love it. Literally, though. And
one virtue signal after another.
But yeah, John is...
You just see Sam and he's just like, whoa, you just pinned that lady to the canister. That's a woman, man. He says, so?
What?
Are you saying that she couldn't have killed me? What's wrong with you, Sam?
What's wrong with you, Sam? So fucked up.
God.
So fucked up.
Sometimes you got to get out of your own headspace there, buddy.
Sometimes you got to
open your eyes.
Sometimes you got to look at the world how it is. Okay?
Open your eyes. There's a whole world out there, and we're living in it.
And I could see Sebastian Stan delivering that line perfectly too.
Speaking of, because I know you haven't watched the first episode of I'm Dying Up Here. Sebastian Stan is a comic.
Oh Christ!
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he does a good job.
Does he? Nice.
Yes. He goes like they have him on Carson in it, and I was like, wow, Sebastian Stan literally has the whole energy and delivery and timing and all that down. Way to go, buddy.
Nice.
Then splat.
Oh,
he did it for one episode.
He got butt crushed.
He got butt crushed by a bus.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Should have had the metal arm. But
or the serum.
Or the serum. Yeah,
because
that would
he
help.
got launched and died in the streets.
Oh no, Bucky.
No, Bucky.
Bucky.
I thought he was gonna be like Freddie Prinze and kill himself in a different way, but no.
If I see Sebastian Stan, if I like see Sebastian Stan and like, let's say become friends with him. You know what I mean? Like we end up.
Jack, you already are friends with him
Oh, I guess that's
on
fine.
Facebook.
I'm going to only.
He doesn't check his Facebook very much. And you don't have a Facebook. You made a dummy account, Chris Evans.
to be friends with
To be
Sebastian
friends
Stan.
with him. You've been catfishing Sebastian Stan this whole
As
time.
Chris Evans.
And it's just like, yeah. Chris, I gotta ask you, why do you keep asking me if I know where Guy Pearce is? Like, that seems kind of weird.
Yeah, I wasn't even in the movie with him.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you would be the one to have access to it. Or you just go, I lost my Rolodex. Rolodex?
Rolodex. What are you talking about?
This isn't goddamn Chris Evans. Chris Jamal Evans.
I don't know, man. I would just call him Bucky. I would call him Bucky whether he wanted me to or not. I'd be like, oh my God, Bucky, you're such a great actor. And he'd be like, oh, yeah, it was a great role. I'd be like, oh, no, yeah, Bucky, man, what was your, other than the Marvel stuff?
I would call him Futbucker. Idiocracy, baby.
I mean, it works.
Yeah,
Definitely does.
Fuddruckers, Futtbuckers, buttfuckers.
Makes sense. It's where we're getting to.
I know, because we're talking about crushing butt
That's what I'm
anyway.
saying.
So
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, then John's fighting Carly. It's going how it's going, and he basically has a choice: the car with all the people's about to fall, or do you go? You chase Carly? Do you defeat her? You know, there's something to save.
well, I mean, he's getting the beat down on him, and he's looking right at the Medal of Honor.
Yep. Yeah, baby.
does
Oh,
that
that's
mean?
right. Yeah. I think it's inspiration. It gets him going. You know?
Well, it's just like he looks at that and he's like, I got this for fucked up things.
Yeah.
I want to change
I'm
that.
gonna do this the right way.
Because that's what the whole show is about.
Yeah.
I want to change my own narrative.
That's right. What does he do? He saves that car. He
does.
holds them up until Carly Morgenthau tackles him.
Yeah, she jumps on his back like the baby in Tropic Thunder, trying to just kill him.
That's basically what it looked like. And
Yeah,
then
if she had a knife and just be like,
Yep. And then they fall and they go into the pit. We all went into the pit, and then
or Bane and Harley Quinn. It's like, Santa Prisca Prison North, also known as the Pit.
they fall in there, and the car's falling, and it stops. And guess who caught it?
Your boy,
Yeah,
the butt crusher
the butt
himself.
crusher.
And he caught that bumper, and he's like, "I'm crushing this butt," and he got the extra wet Red Wings to help him crush that butt.
Yeah. I mean, like in all seriousness, though, what an awesome scene! Like
It
to
really
see-
was to see him also because he did that from just straight body weight exercise, Jack.
Yeah. I mean that and a little vibranium and some jet propellers. Got him underneath that thing.
Because he didn't actually work out with weights.
No.
He just did hardcore parkour.
That's right. He just did a lot of flips. A lot of flips.
Parkour.
That like maybe he didn't
Flips
do.
and push-ups.
Now, maybe it wasn't him, but we're not gonna
Like, there's no way he could sustain that muscle mass with the workout that he was doing,
It's-
Jack.
it's-
Tell me about what he would have been doing to be as huge as he is.
I'll tell you, it's hilarious. Every time I watch episode 5 with somebody and they see that one guy like jumping and doing the flip, everybody goes, "That's definitely not Anthony Mackie."
Yes.
Like every
single person has seen it because
Yep.
he's taller and
significantly
thinner
taller. Yeah,
and thinner.
But yeah, and again, all seriousness, super dope moment to see Sam push that thing up, and then you've got that really beautiful moment where the guy's like, "Oh yeah, it's the Black Falcon," and then the other guy's like, "Nah,
It's
that's
the butt
Captain
crusher.
America." I know we were gonna land it. A little turbulence.
We're the best, dude.
Riffing them bits. Bro.
Yeah, I know. Also, because there were so many moments in this episode that I just almost fucking cried.
Yeah.
Absolute, hot flash tears in the eyes, the occasional.
Yeah. Well, and also,
And
again,
that was one of those moments.
yeah, and that's the thing is like I think there's a lot of benefit to just having this being one season where like beginning, middle, end, you see it throughout. Right? Like Game of Thrones, you had these emotions, but like 7, 8 years of highs and lows and season breaks and all this different stuff. It just is kind of a thing that's going on in the world that you're enjoying. This is like a full-on big story where we like again, WandaVision made me cry multiple times because like I had hours and hours and hours with these characters on this one story where I really got to know them.
I'm not amused.
You're not amused? Okay, this is emotional.
Oh, no, I thought that was what you were going for because you were like, I'm not amused, I'm crying.
I was like, I'm trying to be vulnerable here.
I ain't no fucking bitch, Chef. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck, bro. But like seriously though, you don't get that without one, a cohesive story to like bring it together with, right? And two, a
What if they just totally fucked it up in this?
Yeah,
They just made the most nonsensical, incoherent fucking piece of Marvel. And it's just like, what the hell happened?
why? What? Where did this
You
go
were going
wrong?
so strong.
Because
I think you botched it with the show that people were like, really? Falcon and Winter Soldier?
yeah.
Like, I felt like people's attitude towards the show was pretty flippant.
It was
dismissive
annoying,
almost.
Yeah, it was annoying. And I think, you know, if you're not watching the show and seeing what's really working about it, you know, it's like, I think you're kind of missing the point. I feel like this is a really prevalent show for the times, obviously, but like, just as far as development of these characters and these characters that, yeah, okay, we've known them a little bit through these movies and stuff like that, but now we really get to know them. And like, God, their journeys are almost more impactful sometimes than Tony or Steve or Thor. You know what I mean? Like the things that these characters are going through and like actually dealing with are so real. Like they were saying on that, how did this get made for the Justice League? You know, DC's dealing with gods, Marvel's dealing with people. And like these are the most people I think we've ever seen. And I think a lot of that is because we get to see Sam and Bucky go on dates and save the world and be with their family.
We've
and
never
do all
seen
this.
anybody's personal life
Not at all.
outside of
you don't have
Tony's
time.
because Tony's personal life
Tony
is a
and
part
Thor.
of his fucking thing.
Yeah. And even Thor's is so formal and so like, yeah, these are just characters in the story.
Well, they're the hot people, so you got to fall in love.
Right, exactly. But it's cool because, yeah, like we can get to that moment and we can really understand what it means for Sam to be Captain America at this point. It's not just, we need a new Captain America, so let's
What does it
plug him
mean for
in.
Sam to be Captain America at this point, Jack?
I mean, a lot of stuff that I am not in the place to be really speaking to because, you know, it's bigger than me.
You can talk about it.
I mean,
You can talk about butt crushing.
I don't know. I mean, it's just,
All right, I feel like that one was too forced. That was too forced.
happens though. Like
So
you said,
you fucking
you've
run
still
with
got
it.
93 left to go, bro. By the way, you said you're going to try and jam 100 of these in. Right?
100,000.
100,000. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Don't worry. Keep shooting them off. I'm all about goals, bro. Get them in there. But yeah,
very goal oriented.
I just love it because yeah, the thing that Marvel also the movies have done really well always for me is they always have at least one moment in like, I would say 10 of the movies have one moment that I'll never forget, and all the other ones have one moment that gave me goosebumps when I saw it. You know what I mean? And these shows are landing those again with characters who, like, you know, 4 years ago when we were watching Civil War, you know, Bucky and Sam were big characters, but they were plot devices for Cap.
And they got bodied by Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got whooped. They made a couple jokes. They made some nods. They did their thing.
I hate you.
I hate you. Yeah, right. And it's great, and all of that allowed this to happen. But this is so, it's just so beautiful. It's so amazing, and it just shows like what like a world, a universal storytelling, you know, project can look like, and it's a really beautiful thing. You know?
Is this enough for you to name your firstborn child Bucky?
Oh yeah. 100%.
I was already planning on it.
I mean, that was
Didn't even need the show. Didn't even need the show.
I was sold in First Avenger 2011. I just heard the name.
Let's hear it for Captain America. Steve, you're taller.
He just looks so fucked up through that movie. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, again, you could have just never known who Bucky was gonna. Well, I mean, I guess you could have because it's all in the comics. But like, again, to see what Sebastian Stan and the MCU have done with him, you know, you just never would have thought of that when you were in 2011 sitting there, you know, in that campy film. See this guy coming in doing his badass shit.
That was the thing. So we've been making fun of the first Avenger for the fact that it's like Steve just was like created as this character, Captain America, and then he just assumed the title and rank of captain. No, they gave him that rank.
Yeah.
Because right after Tommy Lee Jones is like, I don't got any use for you. It's like, really? The super soldier? You don't have a use for him. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
But then the senator guy comes up and he goes, you know, congratulations, you've just been promoted. So yes, he has been legitimately promoted by a senator.
He's indeed a captain. Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just like,
A
it's
detail I've missed for 10 years.
What if they were like, he's like, I think I should get promoted. Like, I really think I could be like a general. I got good strategies here. Oh, no. You're only a captain.
No, you didn't go to West Point.
You can never, ever,
You
ever.
went to West New Jersey.
You will never be anything more than a captain.
That's all you are.
But why? Because it sounds good,
Yeah.
We like the name.
General America.
Yeah. Nobody wants
It's
that.
like, what? Wait,
Sounds like an insurance
a person?
company.
Yeah, General America is just General America. Just the general.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
Whatever.
That doesn't have any ring to it.
What about Admiral America? You got the alliteration.
Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, it just doesn't sound
But that
like...
makes him a naval guy.
Chris Kyle America. Just start giving names of American soldiers. Just famous American soldiers too. Marcus Luttrell America.
Danny Dietz America.
Jocko Willink America. And this is the 1940s also, by the way. We have to keep this in mind.
Abraham Lincoln America.
Anyway, that was nonsense. What happened? So yeah, Sam says the thing, great emotional moment, blah, 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 blah. But then he pushes the thing back up. He comes back down. We got John Walker. We got Bucky Barnes. And we got Sam Wilson fighting these flag smashers in the pit. We all went down to the pit. And then...
We're all in the pit.
But then a couple, the little bloop, 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 and gas. Gas just starts going all over the place, you know? Not good. We see the Leaper. What's the Leaper doing with a gas grenade launcher, okay? He's smoking them out.
Thump, poop, thump.
Yep, it's ridiculous. Thump. Good old George St. Pierre, 14-time defending champion of the UFC.
What?
Yeah. One of the all-time greats, by far.
What?
And then you've got Sharon Carter.
Sharon.
Peeking into the distress, seeing what's going on. So everybody, the flag smashers, they take the hint from Batroc. They run into the tunnels or wherever, the infrastructure.
Wherever this fucking complex of unconstructed building
They went
leads
to the inside.
This
and,
unfinished building, yeah.
Sam, John, and Bucky follow. And Sam's got the Predator tracker goggles, so he can see where anybody's going. See, they split up. John and Bucky go one way. Sam goes the other. We hear a little... Yeah, we couldn't help but start to go like, wait, okay, who's sending out the calls here? You know what I mean? To Carly Morgenthau, who seems to be real lost. It looks like the Flag Smashers completely got separated.
Oh, yeah. No, they got lost so hard.
Yeah, it wasn't like they split up. They got lost real bad.
Yeah.
And Carly's in there, and she's searching around. And then around the corner, Sharon.
And right then, you just knew that, she's been working behind the scenes.
She's got something
trying
going
to get
on.
one over on the butt crusher.
Yeah, because they certainly know each other. They certainly they're disappointed in each other. In fact, that's how much they know each other. They can be disappointed in each other's actions, and they start talking. And what do you know? Sharon's the power broker.
What?
Sharon's the power broker. I feel like we said that 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, we did.
ago.
We definitely, you predicted it.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the credit.
Thank you. I don't remember if I did or not, but I will take it. I certainly will. Because I know I thought it, and then I was like, maybe not. And then I saw Julia Louis, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense, but that's not it. And I think it's going to be way cooler with JLDAD.
JLDAD.
But was super down with this Sharon twist. But then what? Carly shoots Sharon? Yes. Sam walks in.
No, okay. So what happened was Batroc shows up.
Oh,
he tries to
yeah.
blackmail Sharon for cut.
He says cut 4 times. Cut. He says
Yes.
it in all the languages.
Yeah, he just doesn't know which one to say.
Even though she can understand him fully in any of the languages.
If anything, that's just his own personal preference. In which case, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing, Batroc? Okay,
Yeah, come on.
just stick to leaping. Okay,
Yeah.
You're not a foreign language guy. Actually, you are. You know multiple foreign languages. That's amazing.
And he comes out with his gun cocked sideways, pointed at Carly's head like he's freaking from Shatas or something.
Yep.
And, he tries to charge Sharon, and so they got a gun triangle going,
nice
and she's like, "Hey, I
standoff.
don't do blackmail," and she turns and shoots him, and Carly shoots Sharon.
R.I.P. Batroc.
Sharon.
Sharon goes down with a shot to the kidney or the hip or whatever.
It looked like a graze, honestly.
Okay, right about now. Now, meanwhile,
Oh, where Black Widow got shot.
that's now. Meanwhile, we've got
Bye-bye bikinis.
Bye-bye bikinis. Oh, I'm sure you look
I'm sure
terrible
that
in them.
really
Yeah.
fucking slowed you down.
I just love even Cap's like, oh yeah, bullshit.
Sure.
He's like, listen, we work together. We're friends. You're sexy as fuck. Okay, let's just not pretend.
Don't act like you don't know
Yeah.
how banging you are.
She just goes, bye-bye bikini. He's like, stop it. You're hot. Okay?
Accept it.
Yeah,
Love yourself.
We're not doing this anymore, okay? I don't care what you did in Russia.
Would you cut it out?
You're sexy as fuck, okay?
What are you doing wearing those fucking latex bodysuits? What are you doing to us? It's a team of 5 dudes and 1 smoke show, and you just act like you're ugly? Fuck you. Natasha,
so
and he just
mad.
storms out. And he punches the vending machine and it just explodes. It's like, damn it, now I gotta hide this flash drive in another vending machine behind some gum that anybody could just buy all of.
I'm so flustered.
What was his thinking of just putting it in the fucking vending machine?
Hubba Bubba Max paid a lot for that sponsorship.
Yes.
For that advertisement. Now,
I bet the Russos have endless Hubba Bubba Max for the rest of their lives. They're like, you
Joe's.
really did us a solid. Like, not only did you feature it prominently in this movie,
you made it a plot point.
you got Scarlett Johansson to chew our gum.
Chew our gum, yeah.
That by itself fulfilled all of my sexual fantasies. Okay, Hubba Bubba, Mr.
serve
Mr.
you.
Bubba, Mr. Bubba,
The Bubba family serves you.
Mr. H. Bubba Esquire, chewing gum mogul.
Take it to the max. Now,
We put some juice in the middle for some reason.
now the couple flag smashers, they drift outside, and oh boy, John Walker comes walking up on him. That's not good, because the Walker, he's known to be a little manic, but it's cool because what did he say? What was the quote? He's like something about mercy's sweeter than the ripe taste of vengeance, or something along
like
lines.
that.
Yeah, and Bucky shows up, and the police wheel.
He's like, they got an app for that.
Yeah, that's right. The app leads them, and Bucky, the 1940s guy, is using apps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not so technologically challenged.
No, he's figured
Then
this out.
again, he's been fucking around in Wakanda. Who knows what level he's on with tech at this point?
That is true. He's probably way more advanced than anybody else. He spent 2 years there. You know what I mean?
Does he sleep with the arm on?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't
Because
think
at the beginning of the show, when he was like laying on the floor and stuff, he had the arm on.
he did have the arm on. You're right. Well, he might. Why not? You know?
Can you shower with it?
That's a good question. He has to wear a newspaper bag every time. I hate this.
Rubber bands.
Why don't you just take it off? You know the combination. It's hard to put it back on, and I
don't really feel like BB Boo bopping right now.
I gotta take a shower every day. I'm not gonna do that every day. You know what I mean?
I think that's an interesting character choice that you made him shower every day.
I mean, I shower every day.
Oh, my Bucky,
Oh yeah,
in my world, in my brain,
in the Butt Crusher universe.
in the Butt Crusher universe,
See, this dude stinks.
the cheek clapper is walking around with a shitty ass all the time.
This dude reeks. You know he's coming from a mile away. He never got the haircut. He just let the hair grow.
He starts getting like unintentional dreadlocks because of how poorly kept his hair is. It's just matted fucking shit. What are we doing?
You know, we're fondly disrespecting characters we love is what we're doing.
That's why we love them.
We're that's say that's why
That's us showing it off.
we're under the comedy tag. We have to live up to.
True.
It. You know,
and
people,
also, I mean, granted, we did that commentary episode for Avengers Endgame. Head over to DMT Don't Miss This podcast and look for that. And there was 3 hours of us ripping that movie to shreds because we love it so much.
we love it so much. We could just we have so many opinions all the time, even though we've watched it 100,000 times. What happens next? They get them arrested. Sam shows up. Batroc is dead. R.I.P. Also, we missed this last week.
You had a bottle right there,
R.I.P.
and you still did object work.
improv.
You had an object to do the work, but you're like, no, I'm going to pretend I have a 40 ounce.
Yeah. And also, we missed it last week. R.I.P. DMX.
Bring it up on the DMT when we record that, because
yeah.
I have in memoriam section about DMX alone.
Nice. Good. Yeah, we saw, we remember, we know.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, and so
X gonna give it to the Angels.
it is true. It's sad.
We just have the pearly greats. What?
Womp, 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 womp. St. Peter's like, what?
Whoa, shit. Did the coolest motherfucker alive just
up?
die? He's like, guys, get over here. DMX is here.
And it's not a fucking game. Fuck what you
Jesus
heard.
comes running out. Oh! R.I.P. DMX. We'll talk more about it.
He's in a better place.
Yes.
Now, that being said, Batroc's dead. Sharon's wounded. Carly is facing down Sam. And she, by the way, earlier was like, oh, you bought into that bullshit? And Sam's like, I'm trying something new. You should try it. You know, and I was like, yeah, good call, Sam. Always a good idea to try something new. Now,
he's like, I don't buy any bullshit.
I don't buy any bullshit.
I buy horse shit.
That's right.
Wholesale.
Quality. Okay.
Yeah. They don't call me the butt crusher for no reason. I know good quality horse shit. And where my wholesaler gets it from?
It's the perfect hole.
The butt crushing home. Anyways.
Yeah, he comes in, and him and Carly basically have the final chat about what is going on. Is it right to pursue this cause? Is it too much? Has she become too radical? Can she see anything different? The movement's gotten too big, okay?
Well, it was just so pious and fucking up her own ass. The amount of times that she says, if any of us die, it's not going to matter. Our movement is too much bigger. All that shit. It's just like, you want to die so you can be a martyr.
Yeah.
Fuck you star fucking ass.
Yeah, and Sam, Sam tries to talk her down. They have their chat, their shit. They do some fighting. Sam, again, that super soldier serum, really, you're at a disadvantage if you don't have that, even if you got all the vibranium in the world.
And titty milk.
Yeah, it's just not going to work out for you until the power broker shoots your enemy.
Right.
And saves your life.
In the heart.
Yeah. Got her good. Carly dies. She is
I don't really
a
think
martyr.
she saved Sam's life as much as saved her
Gets
own
rid
ass.
of Carly, yeah.
Yeah, save her own ass.
But I think she's down with Sam. I think she is like a villain who's like, I'm friends with the Avengers. They don't know what I do, but we're friends. We're friends. We're cool. They owe me. They owe me big time. Multiple times. I think Sharon's going to be very complex going forward in this universe.
Well, yeah, she's got to get from being that C character, the C storyline in Winter Soldier and Civil War, to being the A.
There's going to be a show called The Power Broker, and it is going to literally be Sharon Carter as John Wick, just whooping ass.
Yeah, and otherwise it's just going to be her, like, being very, very, aggressive on sales calls, trying to deal real Picassos.
Push them. Yeah, real pushy salesman. Hey, plant your feet like a tree.
Hey, are you a pussy? Are you a pussy? Oh, here I thought I was talking to a pussy, because a pussy wouldn't buy my product. All right? He's just like, Jesus, Sharon.
Easy, okay? Like,
God, the power broker is kind of a power bitch.
Hey, let's give Sharon a shout out. How badass that she chose a chimp to be her logo. I mean, come on. Yeah. Speaking of, we just got word Sharon Carter was on the Joe Rogan Experience. The Joe Rogan Experience.
So Sharon, you were in, where was this again? Myanmar?
Myanmar, yeah.
Myanmar.
Myanmar, it's all the same.
But so basically how you tried to describe it to me was like if John Wick had a city and you were just there, what were you doing?
Well, everything's legal there. So they have no real laws. So it's kind of fun. I brought you this full-on chimpanzee skull for the desk.
Oh,
that is
my
yours, 100%.
God.
Don't even worry about it. I have tons of them. If you break it, we can get you another one. No worries. It's a pretty good gig. It's not bad.
So
I hang out with Captain
What is
America.
it exactly that you do, though?
Well,
Because ever since your exile from the United
Right.
States, it doesn't seem like you've been doing bad.
I'm not allowed to talk about anything post what happened with the Avengers. I can't talk
Were
about
you
it.
blipped?
Was I blipped? You know.
There have been a couple people that I've talked to that have been blipped before, and ultimately I learned that a lot of them have a DMT trip as they were turning into dust.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
And have you ever done DMT?
I haven't. I heard an unfortunate stat, though, that when they blipped, they used all the DMT in their brain, and when they came back, studies have shown.
Really?
Yeah. So Thanos really was a huge dick. I mean, like that.
Wow.
That's almost worse than killing everybody.
He robbed everybody of their final moments.
Yeah, he robbed them of the final trip. Yeah.
That asshole.
I know. Luckily, I have a huge stash of DMT. Don't ask me how I got it.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Sharon Carter.
All the Avengers have been on the JRE. All of them.
I need this.
I need it now.
I need Disney to throw all the money and just have JRE doing it. He cleans it up. He knows how to button it up and do a professional interview.
And it's like, listen, all Joe would have to do is go to the studio and do basically an interview with, Mark Ruffalo and Emily Van Camp and Anthony Mackie. Come on.
Jack, picture Mark Ruffalo in the mocap suit sitting in Joe Rogan's studio.
And Joe has to look at the face
look
of
at
Hulk.
the eye line. Yeah.
He's like, wow,
that
yeah.
is fascinating. You are a big motherfucker. Did you know that? Exactly.
This is a very real world they've created, and I want to be part of it. Okay, I want my world and that world to collide. Why can't I have that? Why can't I have it? Why can't I have it?
You got to start crushing butts if you want to get some lemonade.
Guess so. Guess I got to inherit the. What would be the shield of the butt crusher? I don't know.
Life gives you butts, you crush them.
I guess maybe some sort of anal plug. Anyway,
The backpack is an actual butt, and the jetpack is coming right out the anus.
Oh my goodness! Just no, we're not gonna get into that. But
we can, Jack.
we can. I don't want to.
Jack, you are the butt crusher, though.
I mean, we got to do a couple movies before I inherit that title. But
yeah, because you don't have a character in the Bumblebee Man cinematic universe.
I created it. Okay, I'm the Feige. Okay, I'm the Stan Lee, the Kevin Feige.
But Stan Lee's been in every Marvel movie until he died.
I'll make a cameo. I'll be in there. I'll be like the
your
guy.
Alfred Hitchcock cameo.
Yeah, I'll just be eating honey in every one of them or something like that, and I'll be the one that goes every time.
You're fired.
You're off the show.
You're off the show. Get out of my studio.
We do the Friday show, and I'm not on it. And that one comes out first. And then you're like, guys, wait till Tuesday.
We had a bit of a falling out, but Sammy Solo now.
Sammy Solo. DMT Sammy Solos. But yeah, so then Stopper, the aforementioned, take the body out up to the surface, and they're like, thanks for catching that terrorist, without her out here.
And he's like, man, shut your ass up.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you're Captain America. That's cool. Now we're going to go do what we were doing, And he's like, nah, that's not how this is going to go anymore, And they're like, you don't get it, okay? What about the people what, is the government supposed to help all these people? He's like, yeah. And then he's like, what? What about the people that came back to their houses?
You just don't understand it.
And he's like, oh, I'm a black man who's Captain America. I get it, okay? I understand. I'm like, yeah, that's a very powerful line, and it's a very needed line. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, again, like he says, there's millions of people that are going to hate me every day for this. And I'm like, there are probably, quite a few people watching this who hate this, And I'm just like, these are the people that need to see this more than anybody. Because what does Sam Wilson represent? Yeah, Sam Wilson represents, equal rights and a change in America and blah, blah, blah. Sam Wilson represents what humanity can be. What he's doing in that scene.
Well, and he doesn't need no super soldier serum.
No, yeah, he doesn't need any of that. Because that's the thing. He tells them, he's like, you have so much power. You know what I mean? Like you can, build borders, tear them down,
You feed 1 million people with a phone call.
With a phone
You can
call.
level forest with an email.
Like you gotta, like you said, you have the power of a whatever kind of god, or a misguided teenager, like use that power. Like seriously. And I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, yeah, I mean, every senator, congressman, person in power should watch this and not just be like, it's like, no, you have chosen this path, this story to be in this position. Okay. You owe the general public everything.
Otherwise,
okay?
you're just a fucking liar.
Otherwise, you're a liar and a sociopath, which
Yep.
most of them are.
Most
you
of them
know what I
are.
mean? Especially in this situation. Again, it's just like, I love that so much because it was just like, and you see like John Walker feels the emotion of this. This Bucky
And
feels the
then
emotion
what he
of
says
this.
to the woman senator, where it's like, you know, when you go and you make these laws and you make these votes, are you in the room with the people that it's going to affect, or are you in a room with more people like you?
Yeah. Which I think is, you know, why America worked pretty well in the beginning was like, you know, back in the day.
was small enough.
It was small enough. Like you really could get the people into powers and into position. And now, and then, you know, America grows. It's like a business. Like then, you know, it's much harder. That barrier to entry becomes much more difficult. And then there become inner circles and people are promoted within those and all that. And then all of a sudden it really isn't about the benefit of the country. It's about how powerful can you become as an individual in your career journey, which like, if you're going to do that, go into business. Like seriously, go into business. Don't do that in politics because it's so damaging, but also, I don't know. It's tough. Like
They want the power on top of it.
they want the power. And like also, again, I always say this stuff, but I'm like, if I were in their position and I was faced with those circumstances and like maybe it wasn't painted to me like, you know, oh, this is objectively right or objectively wrong. Who knows what decision I would make? I got to be fair about that. I got to make that point. But like also, I don't know. I just feel like individual responsibility and just, you know, moral, you know, objective morality are not that complicated. They're really not that hard. You make an active decision at a certain point to step over that stuff. Like it's, I don't know. But Sam pretty much said everything that I would want to say in this situation. You know what I mean? He was like,
Thank you.
yeah, I mean, you know, we can be better. Yeah. Like that. And that's what he left it with was I believe we can be better. And that was something I remember it was either like, you know, I hope like, and the show did a really good job of this. It's like, I hope they like just do Captain America and then move on with it. Or they, you know, get rid of the shield entirely and say,
I thought it was going to get destroyed.
Thought it would be gone. But I love this because I think again, like, and Sam says this more or so later when he talks to Isaiah, but it's like, that's the thing. A lot of people, you know, it's like, we got to tear America down because it's fundamentally evil and stuff like that. But like, no, like we've all built this country. Everybody's built this country. It's just a matter of who's in charge and what their priorities have been and what we have socially accepted as, you know, okay. That's always changed and always evolved. What Sam Wilson as Captain America represents is that America can evolve, can change, can be different. You know, him not having the serum is incredibly symbolic. You know, it might have been a happy accident, but it is really symbolic. It's like, it doesn't fucking matter if we are the steroid pumped up #1 country on the planet. What matters is we're the country that's focused on always doing better. Because if we can be that, if we can set that precedent, which we have in a lot of ways, but like also while compromising, maybe not in the best ways, in more selfish than like actual compromise. You know what I mean? Like we've decided that like, okay, we'll do this, but like, I'll get this on the back end to make it worth it for me, rather than just being like, this is the sacrifice that is needed in the world for change. Again, and like those senators said, there's a lot more than you understand to that, but like, it doesn't mean you have to be inactive to it. It doesn't mean you have to fundamentally rip everything down and start again.
And it doesn't mean you have to fucking talk down to people.
Yeah.
You don't get it. It's complicated. You don't get it.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
And that's what I loved with Sam being like, you know, maybe I don't have the answer, but like, I'm here. I'm going to start the conversation. We can have change. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I know how to make a better world, and I'm not going to focus on any of that other bullshit.
And that's the qualities that Steve saw in him.
Yep.
And that's why he gave him the shield.
That's why he is the perfect Captain America, I think. Yeah, I mean, Steve obviously was, you know, phenomenal. And that, again, phases 1 through 3 are their own thing. This is something entirely different. Buckle up and enjoy it. You know
it's
what I mean?
entirely possible.
It's entirely possible. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, he walks past, he gives John a good old pat on the shoulder, which, you know, you can tell means a lot to John. And I thought it was going to be the whole, like, John was going to be like, so this was to be Captain America the whole time. And he was going to fight him. But, like, to see him, like, just be like, all right. Yeah, never mind. Okay, this is way bigger than me. And then him and Bucky obviously have that nice last moment where Bucky's like, yeah, I kind of zoned out after you said you were Black Captain America. That made me laugh. I was like, okay, let's go, Bucky.
I love Bucky.
You're a bro. You guys are best friends now.
Homies
Forever. Forever and always.
They're tighter than the butt that Sam crushes.
Speaking of that, Asian senator. No, I'm just kidding. No. So yeah, then we
Post-credit scene.
Yeah, right.
It's just fucking
just aggressive pornography.
Aggressive porn.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, Marvel really taking some liberties.
Oh, okay.
Is this from the source material? You go flipping through the Captain America comics.
Yeah.
And you just find Sam and he's just crushing Senator butt.
Yeah. And then there's a little thing afterward that just says, beat that Zack Snyder. After beat that Deadpool. You know?
How's this for adult?
How's this for adult? Yeah. How's this for dark? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So then, we wrap this thing up. We get the little closing ties. What happens next? Is it the super soldier thing? I think, the super soldiers
They're getting loaded up.
One world, one people. No doubt you're my dude. Yeah, no doubt. They're going to the raft. You know, we all know about the raft. They start driving. Boom. They're gone. These super soldiers are gone. So what does that mean? The only super soldiers left are Bucky and John Walker? Those are the only two. Only two left on the planet. And who blew up this thing? Some old guy? Oh, shit. It's the butler. It's the Zemo butler that was going to give them the food that didn't pass the smell test.
There's Baron Zemo, there's Butler Zemo.
It's Butler Zemo. And then we go to said raft where Zemo, he hears about the explosion, hears that they're dead. And, it's kind of like Tony where, Pepper's like, you can rest now. Zemo just lays down. He stops reading. He lays down. He takes a snooze. And that's it. And the Thunderbolts are definitely happening.
Yeah, because right after that, we get JLDAD.
JLDID walking around in that senator room, she's going,
I like the purple.
I love the purple. I love just the face of the human being and everything she says. I want her to be in every movie ever, forever and always.
I thought you were going to say, I want her to be my mom.
I thought about it for a second. But no, so she's in there. She goes, our friend Zemo took care of the super soldiers.
You know what would be a big problem with Julia Louis-Dreyfus being your mom, Jack? We'll try to fuck your mom.
Hey, okay. Careful there.
Butt crushing JLDAD.
Just Sam Wilson flies into the room. She goes, oh, I've heard about you.
Like, I really was talking to John to get to you.
You're
who I want.
I don't know if you noticed, I kind of got a purple streak. Means I'm a little wild. Up for anything.
I don't have a gag reflex.
All I'm saying is Selena Meyer gets a little frisky. We know that JLD can do it. But so she's in there. She says, our friend Zemo, took care of his super soldier problem and blah, blah, blah. And they're all happy. Then John comes walking out and he's in the suit.
I totally botched that. It's on the wrong screen and everything.
Oh,
hang on.
I guess
You are failing!
The uniform.
that one. But this time it is black. It is red. It is white. Who is he, Sam?
He is U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. Yeah. Yeah. That's the real enemy of the butt crusher.
How I said it sounded like I said the U.S. Asian.
Oh, no.
Yeah. My bad. The U.S. agent.
Yeah, agent. So what does Julia say? She says, basically, who needs Captain America anymore? Things are about to get fucking crazy. What the world needs is a U.S. agent. And he loves that. He seems to be all about that name. He says, bye, Val. She says, don't call me that. He says, okay. And then he celebrates with the wife, and he's super happy. Thunderbolts is happening.
The tension between he and his wife, the on-screen chemistry is not there.
It's just like, it's almost kind of like, why have the wife? Because she doesn't.
That's what I was going to say.
She really
she doesn't do anything. It doesn't
Yeah.
really add to his thing other than that he's in an interracial marriage.
Yeah. Lamar is so much more of his story and his arc and stuff like that. Not that, his wife.
He should have been married to Lamar.
Yeah, exactly.
Gay interracial couple.
Gay interracial couple becomes Captain America. Sam, that might even be a problem all of a sudden. You know what I mean?
John Walker's got the hots.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
He wants to crush the butt of the butt crusher.
The toxic fan base completely turns. It goes in the other direction. If John Walker is not the centerpiece of every Marvel film, movie, and TV show, we're out.
If he is not on the screen chowing down on man ass, then we all want it.
You know, there's a segment of the internet I guarantee you deeply desires everything we've brought up today. Like a community of
Well, it's
people.
Rule 34 of the internet, Jack. If it exists, there's porn of it.
That's true. That is true. So yeah, we got the Thunderbolts definitely coming. Let's go over the roster potentially. Now, we learned that this Julie Louis-Dreyfus character was supposed to be introduced in Black Widow and is supposed to have a bigger part in it, where Thunderbolt Ross is also in that film, hunting down, we assume, the Black Widow. So he's got this Taskmaster probably under his payroll, probably something, or at least he's incommunicado. We don't know what JLD is going to be doing in the movie, but we assume there's some sort of team assembly happening here. So, and we've heard that Florence Pugh.
I hope they don't kill Taskmaster because he's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because his whole thing is that he's got it's not photographic, it's like kinesthetic memory, but it's like he could just watch somebody fight and he knows exactly how to fight like
That's
that.
pretty dope. That's
So
cool.
he's like, yeah, he's able to just pick shit up by looking at it.
Yeah, and it'd be cool because, like, okay, so you got that. You've got Zemo in the raft. Like you said, Zemo starts the Thunderbolts in the comics. So, boom, we got a leader there. Everybody wants Zemo back.
Now I wish fucking Black Widow came out before this
Right.
because also you got David Harbour. What's his fucking character's name?
I don't know his character name, but
Red
yeah,
something.
the Soviet Captain America. Oh, he might be alive and he might have super soldier serum.
what I'm
So,
saying.
yeah. That's true. That's true. I bet you he'll die, though. I feel like he's a...
Post-credit scene, he's getting shot in the face by Zemo.
Yeah, right. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Marvel's like, they take advantage of having that come. Who knows? So you got Zemo. You got Florence Pugh, who people are like could be the new Black Widow and could, take a little dark turn for a little while. And if JLD, I bet you she's recruiting her the whole time. And Black Widow's like, don't do it. Like we got to be cool and all this stuff.
Well, and on the Thunderbolts, she is Black Widow.
It makes sense.
Florence Pugh.
You've got the U.S. agent. You've got potentially
The
Taskmaster.
U.S. Asian.
So you've basically got Black Widow. You've got Hawkeye with Taskmaster in that case because he's got the bow. You've got
No, they're going to do Kate Bishop. Hawkeye.
right, but I mean like for the,
in the
Thunderbolts, like Avengers team. You know what I mean? Then you've got Captain America, Black Widow, kind of a Hawkeye, but a more badass Hawkeye. You've got She-Hulk's bringing back Abomination. Abomination is more ties than anybody to Thunderbolt Ross. So you get yourself a Hulk character in there. And then you got your leader in Zemo. Let him be his own thing. Bada bing, bada boom. And you got Julia Louis-Dreyfus as the Nick Fury of this whole thing.
More like Chick Fury, am I right?
I'm in for every single millisecond, Marvel. So if that's what you're planning, good thinking.
if that's not what you're planning and you're going to subvert our expectations,
God damn it. All for a boner joke?
all for a boner joke.
Son of a bitch.
All that for a boner joke.
That was so funny. But yeah, so then moving forward, wrapping up everybody else, we've got, is that when we go to Bucky, who is going
Bucky
to see,
goes to see Yuri, confesses.
Very
and
sad.
That was heartbreaking as hell.
That was tough.
He had to lose a friend.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, because he was like, killed by the Winter Soldier. That was me. It wasn't under my control. That was all he said. Because, what else are you going to say? Like, I didn't mean to, but I did. It's like, well, that's not going to help. So he just tells him the truth.
It was a big whoopsies.
He goes, he sees that Yuri is having sushi with his would-be bae, his would-be, battleship life partner.
His slam piece.
Slam piece,
The cheeks in which he likes to clap.
Maybe in the Butt Crusher universe they end up together. I don't know. I don't know these things. I don't know if they would have dated because of how much he stinks, The dude stinks. Remember that.
He's got a shitty ass.
Now, that's all well and good. But in this universe, we know Bucky's got another bae. Sam's got some work to do first. He goes, he sees Isaiah, it's Isaiah's son, talks a little shit, says Black Falcon. He's like, or grandson talks, and he's like, you're a smart ass, dude. Where's Isaiah? And Isaiah's like, oh yeah, it's this guy, what does he say? He's not the Falcon, but he's definitely black. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Isaiah's got quips 80 all day.
He's a jokester.
He's a jokester. And they go into the backyard and basically have that final rundown basically of Sam, because that was the thing I was interested in. I'm like, Isaiah's standpoint makes total sense, blah, blah, in the episode 5. But I was there and I'm like, the reason I was so I was so happy when Sam took up the shield at the end of that episode, I was like, Because that's what I would hope. I would hope it's not an all or nothing message they're sending, because that's where Isaiah is, which, yeah, if you're in prison for 30 years after being a war hero and all they do is experiment on you, and then basically your only escape is to die, at least legally, yeah, I would hate my country too. I would hate my country very, very much. Sam represents that potential change. And like he says, what's up with all that suffering, all that pain if I don't stand up and do something about it, something, bing, 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 basically tells Isaiah, like, it can be done, bro. It can be done. And Isaiah's coming around to it. He's still got to talk shit. He's still got to be bitter, but he's like, all right. And then he's like,
I gotta show you something at
clean
the
yourself up.
Smithsonian.
Yeah, let's go to the Smithsonian. And what a beautiful moment. Takes him to the Captain America exhibit. You're kind of like, what are they doing there? Goes around a corner. There's an entire Isaiah Bradley memorial, telling his story, making sure nobody ever forgets. And again, another thing where I'm like, yeah, Marvel, awesome, great, emotional, tear-jerking moment. Real life, we can still do this. If we think, if there is an Isaiah Bradley type figure out there that has been cheated of their historical justice and their, remembrance, if we find out about it, if we find out the truth, we can always fix these things. That's another thing that, again, society is so all or nothing now. It's kind of funny. The blip is kind of like COVID in the MCU. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's really fucked up and coming back and figuring everything out.
People are displaced.
Yeah. And it's maybe, again, change. We can do better. We can improve. We can atone. We can fix, but we can do it without stripping down what made things great. You know what I mean? And that's really again, it can be done. And that's what this show, I think, did really beautifully. I looked at some IMDb things that were 3 lame episode, terrible writing. I'm like, you missed the point. So, have your opinion, whatever. But wow, you really missed the point of what this show was supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's fucking PC bullshit.
Yeah. It's no. It's a real story that is being told and was done exceptionally well. Then, of course, we close things out with some fun Louisiana barbecuing and hanging out and
corn
and Bucky holding kids up with his arm and flirting with Sarah.
That kind of made me laugh now I think about it, because he doesn't have muscle in that arm. It doesn't have strength in that arm.
Sure.
It's just robotic. It's mechanical.
I would
so
imagine.
for him to just do that, it would have been better if it was his real arm.
Right. Yeah, you'd have to wonder, does it just set in place there and it's
it just doesn't get tired.
Because then that's almost less impressive. You know what I mean? Do the otother arm.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that impressive if you're mechanically assisted. But
Sarah
while he's
seemed to
doing
like
that, he's he's spitting that game to Sarah.
Now you gotta wonder again, if Bucky can find love, how do you get through? Because he's if you want to really be in love, you got to tell everybody everything, right? So how does he tell about these murders and how he almost killed her brother on multiple attempts, multiple times? He took her brother, ripped off his wing, and threw him off a helicarrier.
Yeah,
he did that.
He did that.
Let's not forget this.
With not a lot of effort.
No.
He harpooned his wing and then ripped it off.
And then heaved the man off of the plane. So let's remember this.
That's they're having family dinner and stuff. And he's just like, how about I throw you off another helicarrier?
Don't you fucking dare, dude. Don't you dare. And then you have a nice shot. Bucky and Sam looking out over the water, smiling, buddies. End of show. Beautiful.
But then,
dun dun,
the Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yes, beautiful. I love it. I love it. Sam Wilson is Captain America, undoubtedly 100% forever and always at this point. And like you said, there's Captain America 4 in the works. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of, we were seeing, some sort of Avengers type of team up where he will probably be in a leadership position. All very exciting.
It's all very exciting.
That one. So get to the credits. I love the credits of this thing. I have ended up getting the theme song of this and listening to it way too many times. This Henry Jackman Marvel
dork.
I can't stop.
I think
of myself.
Jackman soundtrack has an entire layered onto it that it built upon Alan Silvestri's score from the first Avenger. but it just made it cooler. It's
Yeah.
more intense. It feels like the stakes are higher.
Yeah.
It's not red, white, and blue, baby.
And it is as perfect of a like superhero mix with political thriller as I could think of. You know what I mean? And so yeah, we get through it, and then Sharon, she gets her pardon.
She gets pardoned.
It's almost like nothing ever happened. They're like, "Our bad. We are so sorry." And she's like, "Been waiting to hear that for a long time." And then they're like, "Listen, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna do everything right. You want your old job back?" She's like, "Of course, I want my old job back. It would be an honor. Thank you." Leaves. Something's off with this situation. She gets out. She picks up the phone. She goes, "Hey, super soldiers may be off the menu, but I have literally call all the buyers. I got access to all of the top technology in the entire government. So let's make it happen."
And secrets.
And Sharon Carter, listen, okay, like I was telling you, I watched the Marvel Legends thing before this, which I would highly recommend anybody do. Again, it just helps you surmise these characters in a really beautiful way, pre their show. And I watched Sharon's, and the whole thing really kind of revolves around that moment where she gives the speech at Peggy's funeral and says, when you everybody's saying you're making the wrong choice, but you're doing the right thing. You plant your feet, tree, blah blah blah. And like they set up her journey through Winter Soldier and Civil War with that kind of behind it, and it's like, yeah, this is a great person. Fuck yeah, she's awesome.
Full 180.
Full 180. She could not be more of a criminal.
She would be a total badass WWE star because she turned heel.
Yeah, she did.
She turned heel.
Yeah, she turned around, flipped on the shades, and said, "Let's do this." Which I have no idea how she's going to apply to these future projects, but they got her, And if I'm Emily Van Camp, if I'm any of these actors, I'm pretty stoked at the beginning to be in a Marvel thing. But then, like, I'm kind of like, people are like, "You're in Marvel, right?" It's like, yeah, I am, but like, it's not really like my thing. Now it's their thing. Now these actors, because that's what I love about Marvel. They're like, we're gonna do new stuff. Don't get us wrong. Which Shang-Chi looks dope as
Oh my
fuck.
God, it does.
We'll talk about. You'll hear it on Friday. You will have heard about
Marvel
this.
Combat,
Dude, seriously. And but they're going like, all you OGs, we got you. Okay, we didn't forget about you. We were planning for you. That's why I love Marvel, man.
Yeah, and as far as like baton passing, they're doing it in their own show or movie series, whatever. But it's not in an annoying fucking way where it's like
totally
how
organic.
everything seems to be, where it's like, well, we got to get their kids, and then the parents are just kind of be the side characters.
Yeah.
Like the only time that I really can think of that it didn't do fucking terribly was in that Harry Potter and the Cursed Child play that J.K. Rowling wrote. That was really good with how they had the adults involved, but also the main character was Harry's son.
Right.
And then you got Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Oh, sure.
That was the best. Those were the best.
I'm into it, man. I love it. Falcon Winter Soldier gets a 10 from me. I'm a light reviewer, but
It gives me, I give it a full 10 butt crushes.
yeah, 10 butt crushes, 10 BCs, AD all day.
AD all day.
Okay. Trying to think what else. I mean, I think we covered all the bases. Any final thoughts?
No, not really. I think we're good.
Yeah, fucking awesome. Hey, Michael Spellman. Yeah, it's Carrie Scooglen. Great job directing. Dan, the John Wick guy.
Oh, Derek Kolstad.
Phenomenal job with the action. Everybody involved, phenomenal. Michael Spellman, the showrunner, the creator of the show. Malcolm Spellman, right? Michael or Malcolm?
I think it was Michael.
Michael. Wow. Great stuff. Great stuff. I want to give credit to the writers and the showrunners of this because, like we said, TV is a writer's medium. So a lot of this, most of everything that we really love about this, outside of just the Marvel connective threads, is coming from these brains, these writers, and brilliant. Don't let these IMDb fucks give you any shit. You guys are killing it.
Yeah.
You guys are doing great.
You too, Matt Jackman and Jack Schaefer.
Oh yeah, you guys had 9 weeks of us just gushing over you. So
Just drooling.
Yeah, just drooling. And hey, whoever's in charge of Loki, don't fuck this up.
You got Owen Wilson, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, you guys got a good track record. I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only a couple blemishes.
Only a couple.
A little bit of red in your ledger.
Yeah. But hey, it's not a Marvel project without a little red, Because their logo
Big
is red.
facts.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah. Their entire brand is red. That's their thing.
Yeah. I mean, freaking this hoodie.
The Wolverine.
Oh, it's not even red.
Yeah.
It's not even red on this hoodie for K. Wolverine!
Oh my god, that's gonna be with me for the rest of my life.
The Wolverine! All of these are going to be with you for the rest of your life.
Yes, they will. Yes,
It's
they
funny.
will.
I wish I had like a little a machine to use it in regular situations. There's so many times that I just want to go, it's all very exciting.
Yeah, right.
Or, give me a break.
Yeah, it's like GIFs or like the
It's the audio GIF.
It's the audio GIF. It just like it says what you need to say without like needing to say anything. You know?
Am I running a bed and breakfast for the biker gang?
Are you? Ask yourself that, people. Are you?
Welcome to the dance floor, boys.
Oh man, let's not.
They did not follow through.
There was no
with
The War
Rhodey.
Machine.
Why did they even fucking get Don Cheadle, man?
I get it. Like him and Sam are tight and whatnot, and like they're buddies. Why? You say I'll be in touch, right? Get Don Cheadle for one day to come in the War Machine suit and kick some ass. Okay, that's my one complaint about the show. There was no The War Machine at the end.
Yeah, but he
forever, because of this experience, will be the War Machine.
He
to
would
me.
have had to be like fucking castrated to have it work. I mean, weapons wise.
Yeah.
Like, because he'd just mow all 5 of those people down with his minigun, no problem.
He is really powerful if you put him in the right context.
Oh,
yeah. Because he has all of the guns.
He sawed robots in half with a wrist gun. You know?
Welcome to the dance floor, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don Cheats.
Donnie Cheats. All right. I think that does it. Like, rate, review, subscribe to DMT Studios on YouTube. Check us out every Tuesday on this show and every Friday with DMT Don't Miss This Podcast. Silverback Sasquatch 1162, Sammy B _DMT. I'm just going to start putting that in the video.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And otherwise, take it sleazy, baby, cheesy.
Love you guys.
Uniform. It's all very exciting.
Uniform.
It's all very exciting.
Give me a break.